the president of Nigeria, whom majority of their internet bloggers and the youth speak against for bad governance, has just won his party's primaries to run again in Nigeria's next election. What is happening there? Will there ever be change in Nigeria? To reset Nigeria is when they put in a true patriot as the president of the country, and no nonsense leader who is ready to break the shackle of political elitism and economic monopoly of the country. The person will have to be ruthless and fearless. A lot of mighty trees need to fall, and the elephants must be grounded. Something similar to what the president of El Salvador had to do to restore law and order in his country. This person cannot come out of the existing political class. Ladies and gentlemen, that will not work. He must be an outsider with no political ties to any godfathers. The Traore type of leadership with one aim in mind, on a rescue mission for the reset of Nigeria. Nigeria really needs a reset. We can play with words online as much as we want, but the reality will still stare us in the face. Nigeria definitely needs a reset.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Delphina. I'm very excited returning back to you. If this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video and share this video. Also do all to press the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another one. So today I'm here with another video of a Ghanaian analyst who gave Nigeria 2 conditions necessary for Nigeria to develop peacefully. Wow, this is coming from a Ghanaian, not a Nigerian. A Ghanaian giving Nigeria 2 conditions that will make them develop their country peacefully without fight because they already know us with fight. This is coming from a Ghanaian. No, guys, without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video, and at the end of it, please kindly drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's watch.
And I've taken time to read through the lines from social, political to religion and to the cultural diversifications of Nigeria, to come to the conclusion that it may have to take one of these 2 events happening in Nigeria to put the country on a genuine path towards a real sustainable development in peace. Note, the emphasis is on development in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that when you have more than 220 million people to manage, with over 250 ethnic groups, speaking more than 500 languages, and having Islam and Christianity at crossroads, you always or already have too much burden on your hands. This is the description of Nigeria in shorthand. Their situation is unlike anything in any country in the world. And I know that the breakdown of my observation, which I'm about to provide, will not be welcomed by all, but will definitely start a continental conversation, which I strongly believe can no longer be delayed. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the 2 situations I strongly believe will both have to happen, or have one of them happen, to usher Nigeria into a realistic path towards development in peace. Let's get into it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria, based on my findings, should have experienced what happened between the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Congo in terms of forming a country at the point of attaining independence. But that opportunity was denied them. You see, Nigeria has been growing apart since their days of independence. Their tribal and religious lines are more highlighted now than ever before. Nigeria could have been at least 3 different countries at the point of independence, but the colonial government at the time made the decision to keep them together. And today, the division is imminent and is always problematic. The division between the Igbos, Yorubas, and the northern states forms the fundamental reason why Nigeria is struggling to see peace. Ever since my first encounter with a Nigerian, an Igbo family to be precise, was the first time I ever heard of the word Biafra. I would typically call them Nigerians, and they will correct me by preferring to be called Biafrans or Igbos. I thought it was similar to our tribes, where we have the Akans and Ewes and so on. But they would insist Biafra isn't just their tribe, but their country, which seemed like a country within a country. Now, That was in the 1990s. But till today, their dream of having an independent Biafran country separated from the Republic of Nigeria is vibrant and discussed in their circles, which makes me wonder, could that be one of the conditions that may have to happen to have a more manageable Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen? Check out these facts. The Igbos claim that Nigeria as a country led by the majority Hausa population has made a conscious decision to not allow for an Igbo person to rule the country again. Yeah. This statement is on the lips of every Igbo person I've ever encountered. And the fact is, the only time an Igbo man was called president of Nigeria was when Nigeria became a republic in 1963 and we're in a transition phase. President Nnamdi Azikiwe was only a ceremonial president, whereas Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa held executive power, which means no Igbo man has ever run in an election and been elected as executive president of Nigeria in the history of the country.
That's true.
No Igbo man, not one. The Nigerian presidency has largely rotated between the north, mostly the Hausa and the Fulanis, and the southwest, the Yoruba people. Peter Obi of the Labour Party is so far the only 100% Igbo presidential candidate who gained significant followership in their elections in 2023. And even with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Labour Party had 25.4% of the votes. The agitation for a separate country is real. The push by the Igbos to break away from Nigeria due to their observance that the political leadership of the country has targeted them is very real. Their distrust of the political setup of Nigeria goes as far as abbreviating the Naira to mean never an Igbo rule again. This is serious stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Some Igbos actually believe that the Nigerian Naira currency was named after them. Never an Igbo rule again. They make claims like they are sidelined.
Oh no, guys, I have to stop this video. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for stopping. We're going to continue shortly. Is that the full meaning of Naira? I do not know. If this is really the full meaning of Naira, then our Northerners, they no try at all. Why? What he's saying is the truth, but everything that happened have a reason. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys the reason why they do not want Igbo to be on that seat. And I believe most of you already know. Yeah, most of you already know, so it wouldn't be a shock to you. Let's keep watching.
In every aspect of federal government positions, including in the military, government roles, including ministerial roles, and so on and so forth. And my research shows that by 2015, Igbos constituted approximately 18.5% of Nigeria's federal civil service workforce. Meanwhile, the core Igbo state formed 3% of Nigeria's land, and the broader cessationist claim up to 18% of Nigeria's land area. Their population is like the population of Ghana, 35 million people, representing 15.2% of Nigeria's total population, with one dream in mind, the Republic of Biafra. What do you make of this, ladies and gentlemen? Is there a chance for Biafra to be a country? And could that help Nigeria ultimately to have a more manageable country? Could other tribes demand for their separation if that should happen? Will it help the Republic of Nigeria? Yes or no? Let's hear from you in the comment section, and let's be civil whilst we do that. The next thing is the state of religious divide in Nigeria. As of 2025, 12 out of the 36 states in Nigeria have enacted the Islamic Sharia law, which means federal laws are subject to the laws of the Sharia, which also means apostates, traditionalists, Christians, and non-followers of Islam will either have to relocate or pay jizya, which is a tax for non-Muslims living under the Sharia law, or in the best case scenario, not practice their religion. This explains why there is so much killings and bloodshed in the land. Religion and the notion of ethnic superiority has totally divided the country. They have fought for many decades and thousands have died in the cause. It is only in recent times, ladies and gentlemen, when social media is available, that we get to see some of these feats of deaths happening in Nigeria. When tribal and religious problems coupled with bad leadership is your reality all the time as a country, what will actually be the hope for a better future when you live in such a country? Therefore, after doing my research into these matters, I concluded that perhaps, and I mean maybe, Nigeria will have to go the path of India and Pakistan, or maybe Malaysia and Singapore, to give them a true chance at development in peace. To the Igbos, I know they will say exactly so and will be 100% in support of this suggestion. But to the Nigerian Republic, this will be treason at the highest order. This is why Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Igbo political group, was arrested by the Department of Services of Nigeria in 2015 on treason felony account, and until now still fighting for bail. That's for my first opinion on what it will take to see Nigeria be the giant it claims to be. The second condition, I believe, must definitely happen to reset Nigeria is when they put in a true patriot as the president of the country, a no-nonsense leader who is ready to break the shackle of political elitism and economic monopoly of the country. The person will have to be ruthless and fearless. A lot of mighty trees need to fall, and the elephants must be grounded. Something similar to what the president of El Salvador had to do to restore law and order in his country. This person cannot come out of the existing political class. Ladies and gentlemen, that will not work. He must be an outsider with no political ties to any godfathers. The Traore type of leadership with one aim in mind, on a rescue mission for the reset of Nigeria.
Yes.
Nigeria really needs a reset. We can play with words online as much as we want, but the reality will still stare us in the face.
Yes.
Nigeria definitely needs a reset. When you see the number of deaths to extremist groups and the level of migration of their youth, you know that something is terribly wrong there.
Yes.
On top of that, their currency is in a spiral fall, ladies and gentlemen. The president of Nigeria, whom majority of their internet bloggers and the youth speak against for bad governance, has just won his party's primaries to run again in Nigeria's next election. What is happening there? Will there ever be change in Nigeria? Because this is absurd. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like the people are complaining, and yet the political systems in the country are set up in such a way that it's easily skewed in favor of one person from a particular political class winning all the time. It's like it's always determined before they even vote. When will this ever change? A country like Nigeria should have been feeding the world. They could have been rocking shoulders with the Asian tigers. Their potential is at par with Brazil. But the sad reality is Brazil has a GDP of $2.5 trillion, where Nigeria is still idling with $400 billion. Nigeria could use a reset, ladies and gentlemen, and it could be led by one man. Could it be Peter Obi? I doubt, since he is from the same political cloth. I am waiting for the day when we wake up to the news that there is a shakedown in Nigeria, and someone with the bravery of Captain Traore has been put in office through an election. That will be the beginning of Africa's greatness. Trust me, that day will be special to watch. Let's hear from you in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, and let's keep it civil. God bless Nigeria and the entire motherland.
Hey, guys, this guy spoke powerfully well. Like, he spoke as if he is a Nigerian, like a bitter Nigerian. You see, someone who is concerned about her country. Well, I understand where he's coming from. We are all Africans. If Nigeria becomes great today, other African countries are going to stand also. But I just wish Nigerians, like we have youth in Nigeria that speaks like this guy. You know, this is a Ghanaian speaking on behalf of Nigerians like this. He's bitter. He's feeling the pain inside of him. But we, the Nigerians, are all over the internet supporting the bad things happening. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You are supporting the bad things happening. You'll be like, nothing is wrong. We are okay with our governance. We are this, we are that. If not because that lady came out and complained, that NYC, that lady doing her NYC came out and complained. And she drew people's attention. If you remember that 30 days challenge or blah, 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 that Nigerians were on the, just one person came out and talk. And everybody, they love to follow the trend. And most of them are doing it because of the money they will get on their social media platform. That's just it. People are greedy. People are greedy Nigerians, from the celebrities down to the poor, a normal poor Nigerians. They are greedy, and that's what is killing us. That's what is killing that country. That's what is killing that country, I'm telling you. So when you talk about the Naira, look at the meaning. Is that really the meaning? Is that really the meaning, guys? I want to know. If that's really the meaning, then that person that brought about this did not try at all. Or they are the ones that just formulated it and made it look this way. I think I'm going to make research of it and put it up here. So we'll know if the meaning of Naira is what he mentioned previously in the video. But if it is, then they no try at all. See, I don't know what is going to happen when Nigeria is divided into, I don't know if it's into 2, 3, or 4, because even the Biafrans, not every part of the Igbo part wants to be divided. You know, everybody is doing things to his own selfish reasons. There are some Igbos too down the top. They are in this politics, like they are politicians to supporting all those people doing all of this. See, let me tell you guys, even the North, we have people that are suffering like this in the North. Not everybody, that money that people are thinking is reaching everybody in the North. Not everybody. If you look at people who are very poor, they are the North. So what is really happening? Me, I don't think division is going to solve the problem. That's what I think. It's not division. And that leader that he is talking about, we need a strong leader that will stand just like Ibrahim Traore. Let me tell you guys something. I've not seen any leader that can stand like Ibrahim Traore already in Nigeria. Even the Peter Obi himself. I do not think he have that capability. I mean, I'm not saying he is slow or whatever. Or he doesn't have a quality of a leader. But I'm trying to compare him with Ibrahim Traore. He's not even near. He's not even near. People can easily be manipulated. That's one thing I know. When they just throw small money, hey, I know my Nigerians. And the reason why they don't want to give an Igbo man, what I heard though, allegedly, I'm not sure. And if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section. They said that an Igbo man is a greedy person. An Igbo man will do something and forget. Like, they're the kind of people that when something happens, they don't forget. They will make sure they bring you down. They will use it against you. So I heard though, and a lot more. But I don't know. This is what I just heard from somebody's mouth. Oh, you know, I love to ask questions, but I've not made my research though. And no, but if I'm wrong and you know the reason why, you can let me know in the comment section. But you guys already are seeing the way our Igbo brothers and sisters are behaving. So do you think it's genetic? Because if it is genetic, why are the Hausas not behaving like the way they are behaving? If you're talking about people who spoil the name of that country, Nigeria, now the Igbos, because we the Hausas, for all I'm concerned. Now my stubborn is carrying me come here. Our parents don't allow us to travel like that. You can go for vacation and return back to your family. But the Igbos, they love to travel. If you check, everywhere you go, you see Igbos. So who are the people going to spoil our name in other countries? The Igbos and some part of Yorubas. This is what I know. I'm not really sure. Allegedly, nobody should come for me, please. And I'm up for correction. If you think what I said is not correct, you can let me know the right one in the comment section. Thank you very much for staying tuned, and everything that has a beginning also has an end. I've come to the end of my video with a bitter heart because, of course, I'm really hurt. I'm really, really hurt. I want a better Nigeria, and we hope for a better Nigeria. We hope that God is going to rise somebody that is going to stand just like Ibrahim Traore for Nigeria. Because when Nigeria heals today, the whole world, I mean, the Africa at large, are going to be happy, just like the way he said. The whole of Africa will celebrate if Nigeria stands today. Because we believe, he made mention of something. He said, that country you see, Nigeria, can feed the whole of Africa. Oh yes, that's the fact. That country you see can feed the whole of Africa. People have money, but they are selfish. even to take small out of it and just say, take, is a problem. It's a problem because of selfishness. Selfishness want to finish us. Oh my God, guys, I'll have to go. If I said I'll keep talking, I'll talk from now till tomorrow. So thank you so much, and always know that I love you. And a reminder, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video and share this video. I always know I love you. One love. Keep us together. Bye-bye.